Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. And today I finally had time to film my April haul. So I'm gonna kind of give you like a roundup review of all of the products that I've been using and testing throughout April. There's actually not that many, there's gonna be a lot in the next month's haul, but April was kind of chill and I was mostly trying to ban my products. So there's gonna be a couple there's only gonna be a couple of products. I'm definitely gonna have some skincare, makeup, and I don't think there's gonna be anything from hair care, but hopefully you'll enjoy this video. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, I love eyeshadows. I have a combination acne prone skin, so that's kind of what you can expect. So let's start with skincare, and I have this APLB glutathione niacinamide ampoule serum. I probably butchered that. But yeah, this has niacinamide, Centella asiatica, leaf water, and then a couple different like extracts and other ingredients. And it's good for brightening, moisturizing, and also like soothing your skin. I'm like halfway done with this product. I have a little bit more than half of the bottle, and I think I'm gonna stop using it for a while because I started using it and then I got a lot of whiteheads on my face, so I stopped using it for like a week and a half, and my skin like got better, and then now I'm using it again, and there's again whiteheads and acne. So I'm gonna stop using it, see if it will go away, and see if it's gonna appear once I get back to it. Because I'm kind of, I don't know if it's this or if it's this combined with other products or if it's other products. So I'm gonna, because right now my kind of suspicion is centered around this one. I think I'm just gonna stop using it for a while and we'll see. Maybe my skin will get better. So, but like it's a really nice formula. It feels really nice on the skin. I love the texture of it. I don't know, like it could be just, that it doesn't really work with the rest of my products. But yeah, like Centella, niacinamide, those are things that my skin just loves. It also has allantoin, which again, like it's just very soothing and it really helps me. There's a lot of different acids, if I remember that correctly. Yeah, and a lot of plant extract. So that's one of those skincare products that I've been trying. Then I've been also trying this Haro Haro Wonder Black Rice Tan Hyaluronic Cream. I love that it's this kind of like pebble shape. It's really cute. It's kind of hard to use because like you have to really squeeze. It has a little tube there, but you have to like really squeeze. I'm not currently using it. I've been using it for a while now. I'm kind of using more like water-based moisturizer in the morning, and then in the evening I've been using like a redness soothing moisturizer because I get like I've been kind of slightly breaking on my face. So yeah, for the breakouts I just decided to use something that's also like redness reducing. This is more like just calming slightly and moisturizing, but I'm using the, how is it called, the like Dr. Jart redness line. I don't remember how it's called exactly, but I have that moisturizer and it's been working really nicely for me, so I'm gonna stick to that for a while. Then from makeup I have this Glisten Spectra paints. This is kind of like a pigment primer or something. that you can use either as a eye primer, you can use it all over your face, you can use it as a mixing medium, like whatever, it kind of works for multiple different ways. And you're getting 12 milliliters or 0.406 fluid ounces. I only have the white one. I haven't bought any other color, though I might consider it. It's a really nice white base. It's not fully opaque. Like if I want to use it as a white eye primer, it's not fully opaque. And you can't really build it on top of itself because it is slightly like, it will pill a bit, at least on my eyelids. And obviously they're like hooded and oily, so maybe it would work differently on either drier eyelids or on your face. But so far it's been working. It's just not like fully white and opaque, but it does brighten the eyelid and helps my eyeshadows to like really pop, especially the more like pastel-y eyeshadows. They work really nicely with this one. So that's for the Spectra paints. And then I've been trying these two like foundations from Wet n Wild. I have the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This is the lightweight non-greasy finish sheer to medium in the shade light medium, and it has 27 milliliters or 0.91 fluid ounces. This one is quite nice. I had a little issue when I was using it for the first time because it was slightly like peeling around this area in between the brows and on my chin and somewhere else as well, and I don't remember where. I think it was like around my nose here. But it probably was just the primer that I used with it because I worn it 4 times now. And the other was it 4 times? Yeah, it was something like that. And all of the other times it was completely okay. So I think it was just a primer. And it is very kind of like that satiny finish, very skin-like. Obviously it's not too pigmented, but I would not expect that. And it feels nice. So I think this one, if I'm ever gonna go for like foundation or tint or something on my face, this one is definitely gonna be that. And then I also have the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint with 5% niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and peony extract. I never know how to pronounce that. I'm always just like confused. In the shade Fair Beige, which is like light warm shade. And this has 32 milliliters or 1.08 fluid ounces. And this one is slightly thicker than the previous tinted hydrator, and I feel like it oxidizes a lot darker, and it is a darker shade on its own as well, so I do have to mix it with lighter ones. But I do have one foundation that is like pretty light on me, so I can just mix them together and create my perfect shade. I've only used this twice. It's not bad. It actually works really well. It was slightly harder to like massage it into the skin because it is thicker, but once I'll kind of figure out how to use it and get used to it, I think it's gonna be fine. So yeah, but I'm gonna have to like I never wear these things throughout the week because I A, don't have time, and B, I just don't like how foundation wears on me. I'm just always like checking if it didn't like crack somewhere or peel, if it's not peeling anywhere, and it's just a hassle, and I don't really want to bother with that. And then I always like kind of plan that I'm gonna wear this during weekends, and I never do. I don't. So one day I might kind of like push myself to wear it, but I never remember to do that. Then I have the Smitten palette by the Everyone Cosmetics. This was the only palette that I was trying during April. There will be a lot more for next month, but in April I actually only reviewed this one, and it's a really beautiful palette. I've used majority of the shades 3 times. I think the only ones that I've used twice is the shade Red Meow. It's a very bright matte shade, and then either Toe Beans or Catnap, I'm not completely sure, one of them, and I think Biscuits also only twice, but otherwise I've used it all at least 3 times, and this formula is really good. I think it's better than the Witch of the Wildflower that I've tried from them, because the mattes are just super smooth, just as the previous palette that I have, but the shimmers I feel like are a lot smoother and just sparklier and not that emollient. The Witch of the Wildflower that I don't want to get up for was slightly chunky, at least the center shade. That was like slightly chunky and a little bit more emollient. The other shimmers I think were nice, and I think that were the same formula, but that kind of like iridescent inner corner highlight is a bit chunkier, which these highlights don't do that, so quite an improvement in my opinion. What I will say, because these shimmers are not just like pink and berry, but also slightly like browny green and this like tealy blue green gorgeous multichrome, I would wish for one of these pinks, because they're not that different, especially like this one and this one. It's just about the way how bright it is, but otherwise it's not that much of a difference. Also, these two kind of gray tones, like they're not that far from each other, so I would wish for one of these shades to be like lighter and maybe like a periwinkle blue, because that would really fit with these shimmers, and also that periwinkle aspect would really pair nicely with the grays, with the purples, with the pinks. I feel like that could create a wonderful color story. Obviously this palette is all magnetic, so you can swap it, and I might do that in the future, but I don't think I have periwinkle round pan matte that would fit here. I'm gonna have to search through my collection. Maybe I have one depotted from the Glam Shop, but I'm not completely sure. But if I do, that would be perfect here. Like, I genuinely think that that would create a whole new color story that I would be enjoying a lot more, because I don't wear pinks all that often. I don't. But if there was the periwinkle, I would definitely use this palette all the time with the pinks as well. So that's kind of what I wanted to mention about this one. And what else do we have? There was also the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors with beta-glucan, and this is just like a very soft jelly moisturizer. I actually have two of them. I have one that I bought on my own, and then one that I got in like a skincare set that my sister gave me for my birthday. So I have two. This is a backup because the previous one that I bought is almost out. It didn't last very long. I've only had it for like less than 2 months, but it's a kind of like a small bottle. You're getting 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters, and it's just, but it's wonderful. It's very soft, very just like hydrating, and I use it in the morning before I put on moisturizer, before I put on sunscreen, because I just feel like the weather is kind of unpredictable right now. Like, spring is always very weird, and if I don't use this, sometimes my skin gets a bit too dry. In the summer, I think I'm only gonna use sunscreen because I'm sweaty all day, and I just get a lot more oily. But right now, where it's kind of, sometimes it's really cold, sometimes it's like extremely hot, I kind of need this. So yeah, wonderful. It obviously doesn't really do much. It's literally just a moisturizer. I don't even think that it has like any interesting ingredients there. Yeah, I can't find the ingredient list, but it's probably something very basic, and it just works. Then I also have this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Care Color Corrector in the shade white, and you can use this as a mixing medium. I have actually used it with this foundation to lighten it up. I also used it to cut my crease, or use it as like a white primer. This one doesn't really work as a eye primer all that well because it doesn't dry up. So you know, it would crease on the eyes, but otherwise you can use it as a mixing medium, or you have to set it if you want to use it on your eyes before you're actually gonna go in with eyeshadows. But otherwise it's pretty pigmented, like it has a lot of white in that, and you're getting 3.3 milliliters or 0.11 fluid ounces, and this is vegan. I think everything from Wet n Wild is vegan, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. So that's for that, and it works fine. I just wanted to have like something that I could use that isn't very expensive and would work for these like issues with shade matching. And then something that I've actually used up yesterday, but since I haven't hauled it yet, I tried the Garnier Pure Active pimple patches. These are the like invisible hydrocolloid patches. You're getting 22 patches in two different sizes. One is 10 millimeters and the other is 12 millimeters. This is cruelty free and vegan, by the way, and it's really nice. And I think from drugstore, from what I can get, these are the most affordable hydrocolloid patches, because you can get a lot of pimple patches but they're not hydrocolloid, and for me these are the only ones that work. If I use these like regular, just like the plastic ones, you know, like it doesn't really absorb, it is just like a patch on your face. They don't do anything and they immediately fall down from my face. Like it doesn't want to adhere to my face, so I need these hydrocolloid ones. And I think they were really good at like soaking up the gunk and healing the area. There wasn't like redness afterwards, and they were easy to take off, even though they would stay really nicely on your face. But if you wanted to take them off, it was really easy. Sorry, you just had to like nick the edge and then kind of like pull the different direction, like not away from your face, but kind of stretch them, and they would just fall off your face. So these were really nice, and I would definitely recommend trying them out. And I love that they're really accessible. I can get them anywhere, and I will buy them tomorrow, hopefully, if I'll remember. Because I always need to have like at least little sheets of these patches. Because I don't know, I just can never not have acne. But yeah, that's kind of everything. I have one over here, by the way, and I really need to put something on it, but I don't have anything. And do I have anything else? I actually have these Touch of Glam Beauty singles, but I haven't used all of them yet. And I've been only using the two of them in the past 2 weeks. So yeah, it's gonna be in the next haul. There's gonna be so many things next month. But I don't know, like sometimes it just happens that it all happens. But let me know which of these products you like the most, if you've tried any of them. And if you have some kind of skincare recommendations, I would be so happy about that. I have a couple of products here that I haven't tried yet that I will eventually get to once I, use up the products that I currently am focusing on. But I definitely would love to know, because it's so hard to find like skincare products. It's not hard, but I'm just trying to find something that I can trust, and it's nice to know that somebody already used that and tried that and it worked. So yeah, if you have recommendations, write it down below. And yeah, I'm definitely thinking about going on like a low buy before summer. I don't know for how long, but there's gonna be so many products that currently have that I have to kind of go through and try, especially like when it comes to makeup, aka eyeshadows, because I've been shopping a lot. But after that, I would really love to slow down, maybe even like completely stop purchasing for a while. I know I kind of really want the Bella Beauty Bar new release, the like blue green peacocky color. Sorry, like it looks like peacock, and that's what I love. So I don't know, and I have very little blue singles that I could like reach for, especially when it comes to matte shades. And Bella Beauty Bar has magnetic pants, as far as I remember. So that one that one is kind of like, ew, I want that. And I think there was one more. Oh, yeah, and the little Adventure Time collaboration. I like really need that. But after that, I hope I'm gonna be able to go on a low buy. I don't really need to. I can afford it, but I would really prefer not to have that many products. I'm trying to like not go overboard because I'm kind of already. I've been counting down all the palettes that I have, and the number increased a lot from the end of last year, way more than I kind of wanted to increase. So yeah, but I've also been like using up a lot of products and banning a lot of products. No, no, low buy. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we need to do. So that's a little plan for the future. Let me know if you like it, and hope you had a wonderful day. And I'll be super happy to see you tomorrow. So bye.